going on? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Good. Yeah, I had my second daughter, so that was the funnest part. Yeah. I'm alright. I'm good. I ain't gonna complain about it. It's part of the game. So, yep.
Another new defense this year. I mean, how's that going? I know we're early, pads are down. How are you kind of feeling with some of the changes around here?
Yeah. It's an everyday adjustment. Just tweaking, working on little things. But it's fairly. I ain't gonna say it's totally different, but it's some concepts that are kind of the same, and it's helpful. Being something that's similar. For another go round. So. It's not bad at all. So just working out the kinks.
I was going to say, what are the biggest changes for the breakout season last year? Some changes this year, new additions. What's the biggest changes?
It's nothing really big right now, nothing major. Just making sure I got the concepts down. Like I said, it's nothing like major that's differently, but there are some technique things that are different, and just mastering those techniques. That's all part of the game.
How's the level of comfort? You got a 2-year deal here, more than this year. I mean, of course you have to prove yourself, but I'm talking about a little bit. How's that kind of feel being here?
Yeah. No, it's great to be a part of the family. I feel like I was last year, and it's even better to have it on paper. So it's just all part of the game, and loving it so far. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's some stuff that's kind of carrying over, and with that, you don't want to get too comfortable. AG kind of told us like don't get caught up in going through the motions. Just because you heard it once, twice, 3 times, listen for the 4th time like it is your first time. So just making sure we stand on our details and stand on those keys is probably the biggest challenge for us.
Has your role changed much in this defense this year? You don't change much. Has your role changed much in this defense?
Not entirely, but there are some things that are being asked of me, and that's going to get done. So it really is.
For example?
Like more coverage, some coverage things, responsibilities, some checks and adjustments. But it's nothing I can't handle.
Charles, I know it's no pads yet, but how pleased are you with the intensity level you're seeing?
Oh, it's great. Both sides of the ball, secondary, back end. It's some great competition out there. AG kind of said it before. We don't want to cut no guys. That's part of the game. When you let guys go and they're good players, it just shows your team is growing, it's getting better. And across the board, we got some studs out there, and it's really awesome to see some competitors out there.
Has your mentality changed this year? Last year you kind of started lower on the depth chart, to really prove yourself. So now you're right there with the ones to start.
Yeah, no, it's still a proven mentality, without a doubt. So it ain't no fluke. It ain't no one-hitter, quitter, nothing like that. It's no change in mentality. I'm gonna approach every single day, every single practice like it's my last, and take every play like it's my last, and just play my heart out every game. Really just the leaders of the group. Me, Brock, just saying like, hey, every single day we're gonna do something. 1% better every single day after practice. We know conditioning-wise, there's no way you can prepare for football in camp in the summer. No matter what you do, how many up-downs you do, how many gasses you do, you can't prepare for actual football. Taking on a man, mentally having to think about the play, what's your responsibility, and they have to change directions, burst out the stack. There's no way to prepare for it. And so we all know that, and so we take it upon ourselves to make sure we do something every single day post-practice to ensure our cardio and conditioning and just strengthening and technique.
Do you feel like taking on kind of a leadership role is, probably doesn't feel like one of the older guys in the group?
Yeah. No, definitely. And it's something that's being preached, from our coaches, but it's something that we also embrace. I think everybody on the team knows who's the leader, and everybody got their own way of leading. Some guys are more vocal, some guys are just lead by example, lead by action. And at the end of the day, you need playmakers. And playmakers end up being the leads at the end of the day.
Do you feel, which kind of playmaker or leader do you think you are?
And lead by example, playmaking, and I'm vocal as well. So I'm across the board, I'm the whole package at the end of the day. The guys know on the field, football related, non-football related, always come to me, advice-wise or anything like that. Financial, it don't matter what it is. I feel like I'm always there, I'm almost open book, and most of the guys on the team know that. Yeah, to get to the quarterback, it's all part of the game. He's the one that dictates the game at the end of the day, the tempo of the game. We speed him up, get him off his routes, get him distorted a little bit. It kind of changes the flows. It changes the flows of the game, and it placed the cookie in our side of the basket. So that's what the game is all about, getting to the quarterback.
A couple more guys.
Yeah, no, it feels good to really go back to the locker room with my team and know that I did my job and being able to do my 1%, do my 111 when it comes to the team, and that's the best part of the game. That's what's all about being in terms of being a part of a team. It's just doing your job and being able to say, hey, I did mine, and that's all you can really do. Control yourself, control your own job, and make sure you rock out every game.
You got any personal goals after setting a handful of career highs last year?
Yeah, no, without a doubt. Me and Dr. Michelle, we sit down, we talk about the goals, talk about the outlook of the season, and we got some stuff posted up on the room, on the board, and we're looking at them every single day. All right, appreciate y'all. Thank you.
Well, we talked to you in the spring, obviously, they're late in minicamp. You guys got all 5 starters together. Obviously, you guys didn't play together at all last year. Just what's that been like to start camp kind of together and being able to kind of catch your rhythm off the get?
It's been great. We had it kind of like this last year at the start of camp, and you can already feel us gelling together. We gel together great off the field, and on the field it's even better. So we're very excited for this coming year.
Just how important is that for the offense? You guys are very veteran units, talented guys there, and you've got depth as well. It's almost one of those things that how the offensive line goes, the offense goes.
Oh, without a doubt. We're the engine to the vehicle, so it starts with us, whether it's protection, whether it's the run game, it all falls on us at the end of the day. So just relying on each other, handling our job, knowing our assignment, I think we'll be good to go. I don't know. It's just like a group of quality guys. Always got some good dudes. We all enjoy the same thing: food, outdoors, video games. So we gel in that aspect. So it makes it easier when you come on the field. Yeah, food definitely number one.
With the continuity of the personnel and also Hank being back, Ben's kind of like the difference, right? Like it's a new scheme or scheme tweak. So what's the biggest difference for you guys up front with Ben kind of running the show?
Not much. We still do the same thing: run block, pass block. It's just we got a weapon X now, so different things coming, and we're excited for it.
John, there's no pads on right now, but what about the intensity out there? Is it at a high level yet, or are you building towards that?
Oh yeah, especially in the trenches, no pads, shoulder pads, it's going. The guys are hands-on striking, but we take care of each other. But at the same time, it's an understanding of that gray area of going too hard and going too soft.
Heading into your third season after football last year, but what was the focus for you this offseason? Where do you want to maybe get better? Where's the focus?
Just constantly honing in on my skills, everything. I'm not perfect in no aspect. I feel like my run game, whether it be my footwork, just consistent. My pass sets being consistent. Sometimes I'd get sloppy. Sometimes they'd be perfect. So just putting that all together and making sure every single time it's on the money.
This coaching staff is excited about a lineman. It's a guy you line up across.
It's a big dog.
Yeah, so tell me, from the time he got here, or even maybe from the end of last season, start of the season, where have you seen him?
From the time he got here, I remember, I think it was the first day he broke a sled, just punching it. So, it's just like he's been a freak show since he's got here, and he's gotten only bigger and stronger. So this year, 2 for him is going to be big, and I think he's going to capitalize on it.
So you take a couple reps at center at the end.
Yep.
What's the idea behind that?
Just depth. That's what we preach in our room is depth, and being able to have the next guy ready to play whatever it is, whether they need me at left tackle, right tackle, center, quarterback, just being ready.
Do you have kind of a history of that, playing center at all?
Yeah, my first ever collegiate start was at center, so I got some center background. I'm ready in a pinch whenever they need me.
Yeah, feel good back in that spot?
Oh, yeah, without a doubt.
What did you learn from last year and just the way you guys are doing?
Guys, we got DJ over here.
Say one time. What did you learn just from having a plug and play on the line for last season?
We see, like you said, in practice, I'd take some snaps, so it wasn't really too much of a worry for me to go in at center. I already knew what I was doing. I had the assignments down. It's just a little more inside. Honestly, the center was a little bit easier. We'll keep that in the wraps. I don't want to have to throw any shots at Frank.
See if he's
Yeah, right? Nah, I like where I'm at, and I like where he's at. We perfect where we are.
Back to McNeil, without the pads on, can you kind of sense the defensive changes? Are those guys kind of pushing the issue a little more attacking?
Yeah, we felt it last year, this year, and definitely with the lean, you can feel the power behind the punch with just a simple Yeah. So, yeah.
You think that fits in pretty well with that kind of group over there?
Oh, without a doubt.
That was Frank's event last week.
It was awesome. It was awesome, especially to see something like that I want to be able to do one day. I don't know what it will be exactly, but just to see how he handled it. He's a great public speaker, great off-the-field guy, and, that's just kind of the blueprint for me for what I want to do. Nope. I didn't win nothing. Nothing. Yep.
There's a lot of the guys in the back behind you from last year didn't really add much. What are you seeing from the guys that are coming back, like Tommy?
All of them, you can see they're getting bigger, stronger. You can see that the game's starting to slow down for them. Their football knowledge is growing, and I'm definitely confident in the depth we have.
What about Logan specifically? He's chomping at the bit to be out there.
I mean, I've seen Logan in the weight room. He's a freak when it comes to Olympic lifts and whatever. So physically, he's ready. Mentally, he's ready to go. It's just a matter of it happening.
How you doing? Good to see you. Yes, sir. Likewise.
We're talking to you. You're talking about you like using the words hybrid and things like that. I mean, talk about the development to both positions now early in the spring.
Right. I mean, I love, the way I can move around a little bit, but at the same time, I'm just, focusing on, on corner. And, with that being said, obviously I can play, other positions. So wherever they need me, ultimately is where I'm going to line up. I'm just honing my craft every day, at every position, and then just trying to stay locked in every position. So, whatever they need me, that's, I'll be ready for it.
What does it say that they have the confidence to even suggest that?
Right. Well, it means the world to me. It truly does, and I feel that every day from everybody in the building, and I couldn't be more appreciative, of that fact, and that's even more motivation for me to come in and lock in and hone in on my craft and be the best Will Harris I could be, for this team and for the city.
You kind of took the challenge to move cornerback on the fly last year just with the circumstances of coaching and whatnot. So as you kind of come off season to think about it, what's been your approach in terms of technique and maybe other guys you've studied and you've seen similar skill sets, body types to you?
Right. I mean, I look at it all. I mean, anytime, last year, like anytime we're playing, teams, and I'm looking at, we're scouting teams. I'm looking at other guys with, various body types to see how they're lining up, either man to man or in zone or whatever, against, the receiving core that we're facing that week. And I'm talking to, I'm talking to Amani and seeing, what he thinks, because he's a taller corner, as well. All of our DBs are, pretty big. So it's interesting that we can get in there and talk about different scenarios and different schemes that we have, and how we can put ourselves in an advantageous situation. So all the time, man, we're just talking to one another and crafting.
Did you change your off-season workout routine at all? Anyway, just preparing for the techniques or the movements for the quarterback?
Right. To be honest, I mean, it's always been kind of cross training. I've always cross trained, since college and probably even before that, and just being ready to play man to man, on the outside, play man to man in the slot, play any type of zone or anything that the coaching staff could ask of me. I'm pretty much just cross training that in the off season, just being prepared for anything. So when my number's called, I could just it'll be seamless. It'd be like clockwork.
Do you like being on the island?
I do. I love it. I'm at the end of the day, man, I'm a competitor. So, it's something about it that's, ain't nothing like being out there, man. And just is you and him. And, sometimes, you got to wear that, you got to put on that hat, man, and be out there. And that's what a grown man play. That's what a grown man play. So I love being out there.
How do you play safety?
Well, it just helped me. It just helped me in the way that, I'm from the safety's perspective, I have that. When I line up at corner, I know what the safety's thinking. I know what Tracy or Deshaun or Juju or any of them boys. I know what they're seeing in front of them, and I know the adjustments that they have to make. And at safety, there's a couple more nuances. At safety, with rotations and things that they have to know. So just for me to be a help to those guys, just because I know it too. And if there's ever a adjustment that we need to make, I could be more vocal in that way as well, just to, add on to what they know.
How much time do you think your cornerbacks? What is your size?
I mean, these receivers, year after year, man, they're getting bigger, longer, faster. So, I definitely think that, when we line up out there, man, that, I feel very confident, that we, a lot of times we're if not, big as, if not bigger than the receivers that we're going against. But with that being said, especially working with AP and AG, man, he got us moving well, man. Like, so you got a whole bunch. I think it's beautiful, man. The fact that we got a lot of lengthy DBs who could move like smaller DBs. So it's definitely that's definitely fun when you have that.
How much tighter is the group as far as the whole room goes, the DB?
I mean, it's true. I mean, I think that, building the culture that we had last year and then kind of shifting that into the off season and, shifting that to where we are now, man, I think, we're definitely the closest. We've always been really close. But even with that being said, I think we're the closest we've ever been, man. You got a whole bunch of guys in that room that just want to go to work, man. Dog guys, man, that just go in there and just work and care about each other. When they're on that field, you're not just playing for yourself, you're playing for the man next to you, and you don't want to let that man down. So, I mean, it's a beautiful thing for sure, and we all know that. And it's kind of the standard in not only our room, but the whole team. So, it's good when it's fun, man, when we out there and we just gelling, man. I can't explain it no other way. We just gel well together, and that's where the fun comes in it when you're making plays.
Making this switch last year, Bobby was making this switch last year. Obviously didn't have the same level of experience as you, but I asked him who's the toughest one-on-one cover out there, and his eyes got big. He's like, Khalif. It's a nightmare. And so I'm wondering for you, like, is it tougher to cover the size like a DJ, or is it tougher to cover a jitterbug, guys quick like that?
Right, that's a great question. I think it varies. It varies, per the situation. Some guys are, in open space and a lot of open space. Your every down plays. Sometimes, and it depends on if he's in the slot or not, because the routes change up. Like a guy like Khalif, like a more shiftier guy, or a St. Brown, like the routes completely, or what you can expect from that player, completely changes whether he's inside, or outside. So. I would say it's given the situation, and then some guys come alive in the red zone, and so every part of the field, you got your guys that show up for sure. So it's our job to to kind of know that, not only with our team but with every team that we face. Is it's good to know those guys that come alive in different situations. Oh yeah, for sure. I love it out there, and to be honest, I love playing ball, man. I love playing football. So with that being said, wherever it is, kind of feels like home to me. But definitely, being out there on the island, like I said, man, it's nothing else like it. It's nothing else like it. Just the adrenaline you get. Just I don't know. I'm a competitor, man, so I get amped just being out there and just And then a lot of times in the run game, they don't expect the corner to come down and be physical. I'm like, shoot, I'm with that too. What's up? So, but there's a lot of nuances that I really love about being out there. And once again, I'm so appreciative of the coaching staff and the front office and everybody in the building just believing in me. Man, you got to have a short memory out there. Especially being out there. I think any DB, you got to have a short memory because anything that happens out there gets amplified, good or bad. But with that being said, you got to have a short memory, line back up, and at the end of the day, man, I don't believe a guy could just line up for me and catch the ball more than I can stop him from catching the ball. So it just boils down to that. And it's just, I believe that it's just in me. I work at that, and my mentality is there, and I just, want to craft at that every day.
So now it's only 2 practices in, but how nice is it to have Jeff back out there?
Hey, man, it's amazing. It's amazing, man. He looked good. I tell him every day, I'm like, boy, you look good, man. So I'm just glad, to have him back. Obviously, you never want to see a guy go down, especially like that, man. And it's just, I'm just glad we're all glad to see him back. He's moving well. He's making plays. He looked like Jeff. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad to have him back, man. That's my dog. So we talk every day. We're always around each other every day. So yeah, glad to have him back for sure.
I mentioned this in the past. Can you remind me, cornerback outside, did you play any in high school or BC?
Yep. I played in high school, and then when you go to BC, they cross train you as well. So maybe during the spring or during the summer, if you're a safety, you playing nothing but corner in the summer, and then and then vice versa. You know, you got a lot of corners that were playing safeties as well and nickel, and you were always kind of throughout the year you would always kind of mesh up and play different spots so that anytime in the game, you know, when anything would happen in the game, guys would go down, whatever the situation may be, then we were always interchangeable. So.
You said the experience as a safety has kind of helped you with cornerback, but how does that perspective go the other way?
Right. I mean, I know that, playing safety, I know that, where my help's always going to be. And I think that's the most important thing. Like where my help's going to be, the communication that's going on behind me, different adjustments that, could put me in better spots. And if I'm just locked in and know, hey, this is what, Tracy, Deshaun, Juju, Iffy, this is what all these guys are going, this is all the things that are happening back there, that could put me in better position so that before they even have to communicate to me, I'm already locked in on it. Or sometimes, a lot of, there's a lot going on back there. And so that gives those guys the confidence in me to know, hey, maybe I could focus on communication, over here because, Will already, know what's going on over here. So, but we all have good communication, but I think that just adds on just to us gelling together as DBs and us taking that next step.
Guys, time for two more.
Chemistry with different position groups, but what does it look like when you're defensive back and you're system balance?
I mean, it's fun. It brings the game alive when you could bring the chalk talk and the things that we put together, the scheme and the playbook. When you can make the playbook come alive and then put our touches on it, all together as a team and as a defense, and really bring to life, what AG wants in the defense, and kind of play with that. And at first we go in and it's we're strictly to the playbook, and then we have to start building on that. What are the nuances in this defense that AG is really trying to highlight? And we have to take those next steps together. And I think that slowly but surely we're doing that. So that's the really fun part. When we could bring those nuances together on the field and play together.
Great. Thanks,
All
guys.
good. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. Thank you guys.